The orcs have been repelled, and their war boss has been defeated. But this war is far from over. The orcs still threaten to overcome several major population centers, and could mass more than a large enough force to overwhelm the Imperial armies present on the planet. We have bought time, nothing more. But this is no longer a primary concern. Our scouts have recovered evidence that the forces of chaos, the great enemy, may be operating on this planet, right under our very noses. We must face this foe wherever they stand. If there is even a chance that they are here, we must seek them out and destroy them. Inquisitor Toth is demanding that we leave the planet, but of all the powers his position grants him, commandeering a space marine company is not one of them. I must admit that I find his presence unwelcome so soon after the events on my homeworld of Cyrene. Inquisitors have a way of inflaming a guilty conscience, and that I do not need right now.
This warp storm could trap us here for a month or for a century. We cannot risk staying here. We must evacuate Tartarus before it arrives in 3 days' time.
The Imperial Guard and Holy Fleet can attend to the evacuation. The Blood Ravens have more pressing matters to contend with.
Such as?
I believe agents of chaos have taken strong root here.
I sense no taint here. Even so, were there a chaos presence on Tartarus, it is better we leave them here with the orcs than waste more lives fighting them. We could wish no worse fate for either of our enemies than to be trapped with the other. But we must leave here now.
That is a matter for my brothers and I to decide. We will use these 3 days to settle our affairs and satisfy our suspicions. Meanwhile, you have our transports to facilitate evacuation.
Colonel Brom, the captain and I must attend to matters of faith. If you would leave us, please.
But surely this involves me as a...
Forgive me for not being clear on the matter. I said please, when in fact I meant now.
This does involve him. You should have shown him a modicum of respect.
Captain, you uncovered extensive heresy on your home world. Cyrene, was it?
That has nothing to do with the events here on Tartarus.
But I believe they do. You requested the Inquisition undertake an exterminatus, the destruction of your planet's entire populace, which we obliged.
I still fail to see...
Captain, I am not questioning your loyalty, but I must wonder if your actions on Cyrene have not affected your judgment. Perhaps that was a poor choice of words. I merely fear that you might see chaos, but it does not exist. I ask that as a loyal subject of the Emperor, you serve the Imperium's interest before your own agenda.
Captain, that Inquisitor had no right to speak to you in such manner. But perhaps he is right. The coming storm will trap our enemies here where they can consume one another.
And what if the forces of chaos escape the system before the storm? No. We will not use this freak occurrence as an excuse to avoid our enemies, or our responsibility. They are here for a reason, and we will discover that reason.
We are with you, brother Captain, as always.
The humans are coming your way in full force. You should hear their heavy feet long before you see them, and smell them long before that.
Orbital Command has indicated the dropship landed in this general proximity. We've discovered a path, Captain. It's obvious someone has been digging here.
Cut by orcs?
I've never seen an orc lend such a careful hand to a task.
If it wasn't orcs, then it must be the forces of chaos. We will follow this path and discover the truth behind what has transpired here.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
The sacred artifact will now be available to us. Construct it, and we will have access to powerful abilities.
With all due haste.
What is it you desire?
Scouts awaiting orders.
How can I serve?
He who stands with me shall be my brother. For the glory
Scouts in
of the
position.
Emperor.
Marine squad deployed.
The Emperor protects.
At your command. Moving out.
Yes, Lord. With all due haste.
Scouts in position. Strategic point
The Emperor
identified.
protects.
Marine
This
squad
day shall be a
deployed.
glorious one for the Imperium. Agreed.
I await your instructions. Yes, most beneficent one. Initializing build protocol.
Area secured.
Beware the alien.
Scouts awaiting orders.
The heretic.
Yes, Lord. I will do as you ask.
I am prepared. By order of the Inquisition, I am
would you
taking
have me
command
do?
here.
Colonel Brom taking command.
My faith is my shield.
Yes, most beneficent one.
While the enemies of
Orcs,
the Emperor still
attack!
draw breath, there can be no peace. Wait. They weren't attacking. For the honor
They were
of the
fleeing.
chapter.
What could inspire
For the
fear
honor
from
of the
the
chapter.
I await your instructions. I exist to serve. Here to serve. I shall obey. With all due haste,
Yes, my lord. Position secure.
I await your instructions. Build routine 721 initiated.
My faith is my shield.
I await your instructions. Here to serve. I will do
He
as
who
you
stands
ask.
with me shall be my brother. Something is not right here. These orc bodies do not look like they were dispatched by Imperial hands.
Agreed.
We must
For the
proceed with
Emperor.
caution.
We are united in his service. We shall know no fear. Faith and duty.
Eldar,
On alert,
Perhaps we
brothers.
were mistaken
The
about
enemy
the
must be
presence of the
nearby.
forces of chaos.
be it Eldar or Chaos. I will have answers either way. Press on.
Today the enemy shall know fear, while the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath. He who stands with me shall be my
Scouts
brother.
here. At your command.
Here to serve. With all due haste. Here to serve.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no
Under fire!
By my command, attack!
Area secured.
Yes, Lord. Initializing build protocol. With all due haste. Here to serve.
Taking damage!
Build routine
I am ready
to
today. The enemy
initiated.
shall know fear. My faith is my shield.
I have awoken.
At your command.
Command me.
Yes, most beneficent one. With all due haste.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
At last, back to war. I have awoken. Even in death I still serve. I am the instrument of his will.
The Emperor protects. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
am ready to serve. Again, I have awoken. Even in death I still serve. To me, my brothers.
Beware the alien.
Marine squad deployed.
The heretic. The Emperor protects.
Heresy grows from idleness. Understood.
Here to serve. I await your instructions. I will do as you ask.
Command me. By his word. Moving out. I will be there soon.
Dark Reapers, fall back. We need Rhino transport tanks. They will allow us to get through unscathed and attack the Dark Reapers on those cliffs above. Rhino transports are now available. Build them at the machine cult. While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I will crush those who stand before me.
Apothecaries are standing by to tend to our wounded. Build them at the sacred artifact.
Apothecary ready. The battlefield awaits.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
What are your needs? Who requires my aid?
At last, back to war. To me, my brothers. Take me into battle. I will be there soon. I will crush
this
those who
day
stand
shall be a
before me.
glorious one for the Imperium.
At last, back to war. Burn, heretic! I will
On
purge
alert,
the
brothers.
unclean.
The enemy must be nearby.
Yes, my lord. I sense danger. We will root it out. On patrol, getting into position.
Yes, most beneficent one. As you wish.
Beware the alien.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must
Scouts
be
ready.
nearby. This day shall be a glorious one for the
Taking heavy
Imperium.
fire.
Command me.
Praise the Emperor.
I am the instrument of his will. To me, my brothers.
Praise the
Even
Emperor.
in death I still serve.
Praise the Emperor. The Emperor protects.
At last, back to
Beware
war.
the heretic.
Scouts ready.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Secretary ready. The fallen shall be forever
Marine
remembered
squad
as the
deployed.
Emperor's finest.
He who stands with me shall be
Heresy
my brother.
Defending
grows from
objective.
idleness.
I have awoken.
Here to serve. With all due haste.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. It is better to die for the Emperor than live
Mission
for yourself.
accomplished.
The Emperor
I
protects.
am the instrument of his will.
What would you have me do? On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. What would you have me do?
I await your instructions. Initializing build protocol.
Scouts here.
My faith is my shield.
Command me.
Beware the alien.
I have awoken. I am ready to serve. Again. I will crush those who stand before me.
While the enemies of the
It is
Emperor
better
still
to
draw
die
breath,
for the
there can
Emperor
be
than
no
live for
peace.
yourself. I am ready to
Beware
serve.
the alien.
Again. Faith is eternal.
What would you have me do?
I am the instrument of his will. Take me to battle.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
I am the instrument of his will.
What would you have me do?
I am the instrument of his will.
My faith is my shield.
Scouts here.
Walk softly.
It is better
Carry
to
a
die
big
for the
gun.
Emperor than live for yourself. Even in death I still serve.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. My faith is my
At
shield.
last, back to war.
Today the enemy shall know fear. While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
I will be there soon.
At least we know that the orcs and Eldar are not in league together.
It is
When
better
one
to
enemy
die
attacks
for the
another,
Emperor
it does
than
not
live
mean
for
they aren't in
yourself.
league. Just that they are living up to their lack of
By his
honor.
word,
And those who
I
lack
have
honor
will crush
deserve
those who
death.
stand before me.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
I am ready to serve. Again. I am ready to serve. Again. Identifying targets.
He who stands with me shall be
secure.
my brother.
At last, back to
Walk
war.
softly. Carry a big gun. Follow my lead. By my command. Attack! For the honor of the chapter.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Beware the alien.
I am ready to serve. Again. By his word. Moving out. By his word.
I await your instructions. With all
I
due
am ready to
haste.
On
serve.
alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. By my
It
command.
is better to
Attack!
die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium. For terror. Follow me into battle.
Even in death I still serve.
Praise the
I
Emperor.
am the instrument of his will.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath,
Scouts in position.
my faith is my shield. We are united in his service. On my way. It will be done.
Objective marked.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I am ready to serve. Again, I will purge the unclean.
Yes, Lord? Yes, most beneficent one? I shall obey.
Praise the Emperor.
At last, back to war.
Yes, most beneficent one? I
Consolidating
exist to
position
serve.
on the objective.
Yes. Yes. What is it you desire?
I await your instructions.
Position
I will do
secure.
as you ask. Initializing build protocol.
It is better to die for the
Walk
Emperor
softly
than live for yourself.
Carry a big gun. Praise the Emperor.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
Command me.
My faith is my shield.
Faith is eternal.
Yes, most beneficent one? Yes, Lord.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Yes, most beneficent one? I will do as
It
you
is
ask.
better to die
On
for the
alert,
Emperor
brothers.
than live for
The enemy
yourself.
must be nearby.
I will be there soon.
Praise the Emperor. I
It is
serve
better to die for the
mankind.
Emperor than live
Today
for
the enemy
yourself.
shall be here.
I will crush those who stand before me.
Today the enemy shall be fear. Today the enemy
I
shall
am
be
the
fear.
instrument of his will.
Beware.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be peace. I speak his word. The alien,
At last, back to war.
the heretic.
Scouts ready.
Beware. I shall not fail. Establishing a secondary
alert,
base
brothers.
near this location
enemy
will give
must
us a
be
forward
nearby.
position with which to engage the enemy.
Taking damage.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Follow my lead. Confirmed. Confirmed.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I will crush those who stand before me.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. What would you have?
Take me
While
into
the enemies of the
battle.
Emperor
Faith is
still draw
eternal.
breath, there can be no peace.
Yes, most beneficent one?
My faith is my shield.
Command me.
Here to serve. With all due haste.
Scouts here.
Yes, most beneficent one. With all
My
due
faith
haste.
is my shield.
Command me.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Death I still serve.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Death I still serve.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
I am ready to serve. I have waited long for this.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
At last, back to war.
Praise the Emperor. For the
Faith
glory
is eternal.
of the Emperor. Praise the Emperor.
I am the instrument
What would
of his
you
will.
have me do?
Moving out.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
I am ready to serve. Again.
So the good Inquisitor senses no chaos here. How fortunate for the Imperium that such keen-eyed eagles stand vigil over her gates.
What dark crafts have these Eldar invoked?
None. At least not here. The servants of Chaos sacrificed this poor guardsman themselves.
To what end, Isidore?
I know not. I believe the altar is a marker, a waypoint, in a map that leads elsewhere. Someone defaced many portions of text. Regardless of what Chaos seeks here, the altar requires a sacrifice of blood, or more likely, a life.
Brother Isidore, you have an hour to study the altar. Document everything as is our tradition. Then burn it, lest its taint infect us all.
But Gabriel, there is much to learn from here. We should not be too eager to...
Learn what? Chaos does not teach. It misleads and it betrays. There is nothing to learn here, save for our next course. These transports have been damaged somehow. Make the repairs, and be quick.
Well, Brother Isidore, what betrayal have you wrought? Disabling your own vehicles? Harboring artifacts despite your good captain's instructions?
Gabriel does not understand. He does not appreciate the significance of this.
Oh, but I do.
Quiet, heretic. Once I find what you seek, I will use it against you for the glory of the Emperor and my brothers.
You wish to deal me a harsh blow, to prove your strength and worth. Well, then come to me. I wait at Mount Korath.
Have no fear, sorcerer. I will be there.